And here we go. All right, guys, welcome to another live stock picks with me, Adley Telfort. Today's date is going to be July 17th, 2025. Current time is 7:29. I'm going to give it another minute or so for everybody else to come on board. But for those of you who are watching this after the stream, um, as you guys know, today is Thursday. This is going to be the last live video that we do on YouTube for the week because we only do these videos Monday through Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I don't normally trade on Thursday. I normally don't trade on Fridays, so that's why I don't do a video. I'm trying to get out of all my trades right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're not going to be picking stocks. We're really just going to be looking at the stocks that we're already in the trades for. As we talked about in our live yesterday, currently in these trades over here, one, two, three, four stock trades. I am kind of moving more into Forex until the end of the month because of all this talks with tariffs and possibly firing Powell. The market is not, well, most of the stocks are not as moving as much as they were moving before. A lot of traders, institutional traders and professional traders, which I call the market makers, they're kind of waiting to see what happened as well. One really wants to, make any major long-term commitments with all this uncertainty. We're also concerned about the possible firing of Powell. If that happens, that can really cause a lot of turmoil. That's a word I just can't say, but it can cause a lot of problems in the market. So I'm waiting to see what happened with that. Last week, I was in a total of 12 trades. I've already sold out of the 12. I've already sold, 8 of them, four left. All right. So let's take a look at the stocks. Well, I had five as of yesterday. I actually got out of Webull this morning. And let's look at Webull actually got out of this morning. All right. So let's kind of go here and let's take a look at that one. So with Webull, as you guys can see, I bought the stock at $12.84. I ended up selling and getting out of Webull right here at $13.86. Right now, the stock is up $15, and 7 cents. Now, a lot of people that take my class on, who took the course that I have available on Udemy, you guys are, as beginner traders, you might look at that and say, wow, you left a lot of money on the table. But let me explain something to you. Right now, you always hear me talk about realized and unrealized profit. When you're in a trade and you're in the green in the trade, that's realized profit. And if you sit there and you're greedy, what's going to happen is the stock is going to go up, but then when it pulls, you're going to be sitting there thinking it's going to go back up, it's going to go back up, and before you know it, you're down, and you might have been up $100, $200, $300, and next thing you know, you're down and you're waiting on it to go back up, and before you know it, you're sitting there regretting the fact that you didn't take the profit when you're supposed to. I have a particular strategy when it comes down to profit. I I put in the trade. I set my entry point, my stop loss point, and I set my take profit point. Now, if all this uncertainty wasn't happening right now, I wouldn't have mind staying in this stock in this trade a little bit longer. But with all the uncertainty that's happening, I'm deciding to close out my trades. Like I said, last week I was in a total of 12 trades. Now we're down to four. Webull is the only one I was able to get out of today, uh, because it actually hit the area where I wanted to take my profit, which is why you see the green and red indicator here as far as because I went long on this particular trade. Now, the other trades that I'm currently in and I'm waiting to get out of is going to be stock symbol VRNT. I bought this stock at the price of $20.40. I was hoping to get out of the stock at originally, I wanted to get out of it right over here at 2203. Underneath 22, probably about 2190, because I don't like to sell when it hits that area of resistance. I like to sell right before it gets to that area of resistance. But I ended up lowering my take profit down to 2138. Earlier today, the stock went up as high as 2122. But I have an automatic take profit at 2141, right? So I have one at 20, yeah, up to 40. So that's my automatic take profit. But it got pretty close, but it didn't hit it. And I expected to hit it tomorrow because all of my indicators, as far as moving averages, green lines on top pointing straight up, red lines at the bottom pointing straight up. And we have our moving averages. We saw our moving averages are showing that we're in an uptrend, and then we have our RSI over here. The RSI is letting us know that we are in a uptrend still. So I expect that to hit it tomorrow. Okay. And for those of you on TikTok that's watching me right now, if you want to see my screen, you can go over to my YouTube page, which is going to be my name, Adley Telfort. If you type that in, it'll pop right up. The second thing that I had, the second trade that we're currently in right now, and also by the way, with this particular trade VRNT, if I am not, if I don't get to my take profit point, I'd say probably by 11 o'clock tomorrow, which is going to be Friday, I'm probably just going to cash out and get out of it, because with everything that's right now, with the talk of firing Powell and tariffs and everything else like that. I don't like to stay in these trades over the weekends because, like I said in my other live videos, that's when some of the worst like that's when our government here or certain agencies love to release the worst possible news or information. That way, by the time they release it over the week, Monday comes around, uh, Monday comes around, we've kind of had a chance to digest it, and it's not going to have that much of an impact. But it does have impact to traders and people that are in the market. All right, but it won't have an impact socially. That's why they love to release the worst information on a Friday evening or over the weekend. The next stock that I have, stock symbol is going to be DOC. DOC. Now, this particular stock over here, we bought it at the price of $17.93. Current price of the stock is $18.22. So we are in the green. I have a take profit set at $18.94. This stock has a low ATR, meaning this stock moves about 35 cents a day on average for the last 14 days. But this is the beginning of a uptrend. So I may stay in this stock a lot longer than normal. I may not be able to get out of the stock probably until next week or maybe even at the end of the month. The reason for that is because this is a real estate investment trust. So it's a financial stock. It's not necessarily something that's going to be affected by tariffs or what's happening right now with crypto or anything else like that. So this stock, I can probably stay in it a little bit longer. I'm not that much worried about this one. The next stock that we have is going to be ZETA. ZETA, that's the stock symbol. I'm hoping to get this stock at the price point of $16.18. I bought into the stock at $15.39. Once again, this right here, if you look at our chart, this is the beginning of an uptrend, and it just broke through an area of resistance over here, and we came pretty close. The stock went as high as $16.30, where, well, hold on a second here, it went as high as, whoa, $16.30, and I have my take profit at $16.40. So it got pretty close. I think tomorrow it's going to hit it, and I'll be able to get out of it and take profit. Okay. And this one is the technologies stock. There's a lot of talk with AI and Apple probably buying an AI company. There's a lot of talk about NVIDIA, but now that they're able to sell some of their processors, the watered down versions to China. And there's a lot of other companies that are trying to get into the sector as well. So, like I said, I'm just trying to get out of a lot of these trades right now because, based off what I see with the fundamentals, there's a lot of things happening. And with all this uncertainty, I just rather put my money into Forex right now. Okay. So, I should be getting out of this trade by tomorrow. I should hit my take profit trigger. Next stock, final stock that I'm currently in is going to be stock symbol EVH. EVH right now, let's see here. EVH, I actually bought the stock at $11.66. Right now, the stock price is at $11.27. So we're down roughly about, I would probably say, roughly about 40 cents. Yeah, roughly about 40 cents. Yes. Yeah, so roughly about 40 cents. We're down 9 cents. Uh, but but this stock right here, our moving averages, green lines on top pointing straight up, red lines at the bottom is pointing up. RSI is above the 50, and it's already tested this area of resistance twice already. So I think that then tomorrow's candlestick should break through that area of resistance and start going up to the point where I can cash out at about and take profit at $12.65. I doubt I will hit that tomorrow. If I'm able to break even on this one, which is the only one I'm in the red for, I will be more than happy to take it and just get out of the trades, because this one has been hovering in this area for way, way too long. All right. So right now, like I said before, I kind of moved away from. I'm moving away from stocks at least until the end of the month, and I'm allocating a little bit more of my funds over to forex. And one of the forex stocks that I got into is New Zealand US. So now that I got into that one and I shorted that one, I got into price of 0.59484. Current price is 0.9444. So, we're in the green at least about 44 pips. We're in the green. And I do expect it to continue doing a pullback. And I'm looking at that from the point of our RSI, which is right here. With the RSI, you can see that it's well below the 50 mark, and it's coming up back up towards the 50. It's probably going to do a bounce and then drop back down. But if you look on it on our 4-hour time frame, and you look at our moving averages, we're clearly in a downtrend on our moving averages on a 4-hour time frame, and it broke through an area of support. So it's not, it's not going to, it's more than likely not going to be coming back up to touch that area of support again. It's just going to continue going down. And if I and me, I on the 1 day time frame. So the 4-hour time frame really kind of is an early indicator for me, is whether or not the stock is going is in an uptrend, or if it's the beginning of a downtrend. And right here you can see the downtrend has already began on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, the uptrend is kind of, it's starting to consolidate as far as our moving averages. It's starting to consolidate to where it's probably going to be the beginning of a reversal, and then we're going to be going down into a down. And I have my take profit set right over here at our first area of support, which is at 0.58856. All right. The other stuff that I'm in right now is going to be with the new bill that's been passed, the Genius Act bill. Like crypto is being pushed up a lot, and one of the things that I'm focusing on is not just trying to I'm a very conservative trader, so um not a big fan of trading crypto, for the simple fact that there are so many retail traders trading crypto that all of these technical indicators don't really work, because people are trading off of feelings, and it's not like a group of steady professional investors, or institutional investors that are trading all of these cryptos. They're primarily focused on Ethereum and Bitcoin. All these other meme coins, nobody's really, like, their institutional traders are not really focused on those. These are more retail traders. This bill being passed, I'm hoping that there's a little bit more regulation. Well, there's going to be more regulations involved in crypto. And once that happens and we have more professional and institutional traders getting involved, and now not just any kind of meme coin are going to be able to make it to the platforms, you want to be careful about the different stocks, that the different cryptos that you're trading. And this is just, how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from the point of, once they assigned crypto to a regulatory department like the SEC or something like that, because they have to figure out who's going to be. That's one of the bill parts of the bills that were passed today, which is which department is going to focus on crypto and who's going to regulate it. And then they're going to start putting things in place as far as, meme coins may not be able to be sold on certain platforms, and you may only be able to focus on crypto coins that are primarily crypto coins that could be used in the real. So I got away from meme coins and I started focusing on, I'm just focusing on, like, Ethereum. I'm focusing on Chronos, which is the coin made by crypto.com, and I'm focusing on ACH. Those are the only three cryptos that I'm looking at right now. Bitcoin, for me, I know a lot of people believe Bitcoin is going to continue going up, but it's not. Bitcoin for me is just out of my price range, and it's just, I I'm not even going to look at that one. Okay, so I'm looking at AC, I'm looking at crypto.com's coin, and I'm looking at Ethereum and any other, and I'm still doing my research to find any other coins right now that actually have real world um, aspects as far as purchasing power. With crypto.com, their coin basically you can have that on a card, you can go to an ATM machine, cash out money, you can, you can buy things with it, you can pull out money out the ATM. It already has an infrastructure. And the fact that crypto.com right now is listed on the stock market, it just gives it a lot more credibility. So I think this coin right now is perfect. I set itself. I think crypto.com has set their coin up right now to be like an ideal, in an ideal situation where if they decide to, if once all the regulations and everything come down, that I think that this coin right here can really explode, especially at the cheap price point it is. You can put, $3,000-$4,000 into it, get a good amount of coins, and sit back and just wait and see what happens. But for me, crypto is not something that I plan on trading right now. Like getting rid of. It's not something like I'm going to trade like I trade stocks. I normally hold on to my stocks for roughly about a week or two. Crypto, these are going to be long term holds, and so that's why I'm kind of looking at the creme de la creme. I'm not looking at the short term investments as far as with the meme coins and different things like that. All right. So, like I said before, for those of you who are on TikTok and tuning in, you can always just go over to my YouTube channel and watch what I'm doing over here live. I'll make sure I put that in the title for future videos. Yeah, but that's it for right now. There's nothing else really I'm going to be covering today. This is going to be a short live because we're not actually going to be picking stocks today. We were just going over the stock trades that I was in and the ones that I wanted to get out of. For those of you who are tuning into this channel for the first time, I've created a community called Stock Trading Simple Beginner Guide. So when I trade these particular stocks over here like I'm a beginner trader. I'm picking stocks with a low price point, and I'm basically putting about $500 into each one of these trades. Yes, as a beginner trader, you may not have the ability to put $500 into each one of the trades, but if you can just put $500 into either one of these, you would be in the green. And just my recommendation is just don't be greedy. If you can get into the green and you can stick to your plan, make some profit and then walk away. Don't look at money that you left on the table and you know that's the only thing I could tell you. You know uh, just don't be greedy because I've been watching some videos and I see some of the people that I'm following and some people that are following me, and I go and I look at their channel and they're talking about talking about all these losses and that they're taking and these hits that they're taking because they reached to a point where they should have took their profit and they kind of sat there and was just being greedy and waiting for more and more and more. And if you have a process in place, just stick to the process and that's it. The other thing that I always tell individuals that take my course or even I deal with is don't leverage your account. It's not about over leveraging. If you're a beginner trader, you're a new trader, be very careful because when you look at the people that are trading the stock market right now and you see them making these big profits like, $200 or $1,000 and they're like, oh look, it happened in like 2 3 minutes. If you look at their chart, you'll see where they're trading on the 2 minute time frame. I mean, these are like really small short windows and they make it look like it's so easy and and whatever the case may be, but this is our daily time frame, right? So what they're doing is they're going in, and let me show you what I hear, because I feel like sometimes individuals on social media are not being very transparent with what they're doing, and they're going in and they're doing this on the 2 minute time frame. For example, I'm pulling in on a 2 minute frame, and on this 2 minute time frame, and look. This looks like these are big candlesticks, right? But these are like what? Oh, this is from here to here. This is less than a 15 pip move, right? No, it's like a 15 pip move, but they're zooming in and they're making it like this. It's like these huge big moves, right? How could you make $1,000 off of a 15 pip move? The reason why you're able to do that is because, and they're doing that on one candlestick or on two candlesticks, is because they're really over leveraging their account. Meaning, if their account goes down maybe another 20 pips, they would lose a bunch of money. So you want to be careful about that. Don't anytime you see somebody who's talking about I'm making all this money, whatever, say, okay, well, show me the time frame that you're doing it on. Show me how leveraged your account is. Because they're just showing you the beautiful part of it. They're just showing you the highlights of the profit, but they're not showing you the risk that they're taking. And risk management is one of the most important parts of trading. All right. Uh, I'm not going to blabber on because I have another meeting here later on today, and here at the office. So I'm just going to shut it down here. And I'll see you guys on Monday, same time, same place. If I have anything that happens during the trade tomorrow, I will do a short video, and I will post it up onto my reels or into my feeds. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and send me, leave a comment down in the video, send me a message, or whatever the case may be. But thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful day. I will see you on Monday, same time, same place. Bam.